Rick Larkins, and the bounce of the ball coming through strongly there was Matheson from East Belmont. Comes to Wilkins to Larkins. Larkins over the top to Eskridge. He's well tackled there by Woodman. Comes off hands. Now we see the running Cable go to the outer side wing position, and a nice mark has been taken by Darryl Pilgrim. He wastes no time, pops the ball onto his left foot, goes to centre half forward, looking there for the big fella in Turley, but Peter Brain breaks through. He's well tackled, handballs defensively to half back. Tony Harmon slips at the crucial time. This allows Steve Barker to waltz into a goal, kicking from a pretty sharp angle. You wouldn't believe it. He's popped through his first goal for the afternoon, and Bannockburn's first. Back to the centre of the ground now, and we see coming through strongly as Kevin Connors. His hand pass was a pretty ordinary one, and Dave Franey's tackle on Ronnie Pilgrim was a little bit high, and Ronnie Pilgrim takes the free kick in the centre of the Western Oval. Brings the ball onto the members' side of the ground, but a great mark by the Rock of Gibraltar for the East Belmont side is by Andrew Chook Butcher. Chook now on half back, members' side of the ground, kicks the ball long, looking up there for Dave Franey. It's over his head. Raph Lucas can't take the football. Rod Doubledam fumbles the football as well for the East Belmont side, and the boys from the Lions territory, looking out there, we see some pretty intelligent people sitting on the East Belmont bench there, and I need to say no more about that as we go back to the football now, and the East Belmont boys are fumbling a little bit as we see Gordon Matheson break clear now. Matheson steadies, kicks the ball long, looking for Ferguson, but a great mark there by the Bannockburn back pocket player, and a late inclusion in their side was Dennis McMahon. McMahon now kicks the ball up there looking for Condon, over the top was Dave Franey. He's not paid the mark. A quick kick now out of the fence for the Bannockburn side, goes straight to Gordon Matheson. He was met solidly there by Terry Hart. The tackle wasn't a good one and allows Matheson to get a quick kick, but I think you'll find that there's been a free kick against Darren Eskridge for the East Belmont side, and I think you'll find that's Dennis McMahon again. He kicks the ball to centre half back, actually more into the centre of the ground. Over the top with Bukta, punches the ball away from Barker. Quick kick up the ground by Larkins. Coming through strongly there, we see that Darren Eskridge has copped that young fellow in Gary Condon, the half-back flanker, pretty high, and he's going to take the free kick at centre half-back for the Bannockburn side. Brings the ball back to the member side wing, looks there for Barker. He's out caught behind, and the ball is fisted on there by Chook Butcher. Chook now drives there looking for Lucas. Lucas has infringed on Cameron Cable, the half-back flanker for the Bannockburn team, and Cable now to steady another thrust by the East Belmont boys. Kicks the ball back to the centre of the ground. Good defensive work there by Baz Wilkins, but he's pushed that young player there. To me, it looked as though it was in the side, but Kevin Connors is going to get the free kick on half forward for the Bannockburn side. Peter Brain, the coach of East Belmont, on the mark. Connors goes short, looking for the leading Turley. He can't take the football, and Barry Engelsman's showing some strength there. The late inclusion, full back for the East Belmont side, as Reece Cruikshank has pulled out with a bad ankle, and he comes through pretty strongly and forces a boundary throw in. Woodman gets a tap straight to Terry Hart. You wouldn't believe it. Luck of the Irish as a quick kick there from that encounter goes straight to the arms of Darryl Pilgrim. He's going to be kicking from goal for about 30 metres out directly in front, and register his first goal for the afternoon. Usually a pretty good kick of the football. The drop punt was offline on this occasion, and a minor score. Look, there's been a cut in the tape, and we've just unfortunately missed the biggest all-in brawl of all time here on the half-forward flank for the Bannockburn side. There's been a couple of numbers taken, I would suggest, but unfortunately we haven't got it on tape, as our cameraman Noel Fanning was having a little bit of a snooze, but never mind. We'll probably hear about it a bit more in the papers during the week. Okay, just waiting on the two umpires this afternoon here to get the situation back underway here, and just waiting now on the umpire. It's Darren Ogle, the taller of the two, puts the ball to turf. It's not a bad bounce either. Larkins underneath, cops one over the top of the shoulder there from Alan Woodman. Ricky Larkins wasn't too keen on that one, and has got a few words to say to the coach of the Bannockburn team, but he's got the football and he goes on with it. Kicks there looking for Sneller. He's tackled pretty high there by Alan Woodman and takes the free kick. Waste no time, all plays on foolishly. Was well tackled there by Dylan, but he's got support there from young Ernie Posman. Kicks to the outer side of the ground looking for Eskridge. He trips at the crucial time, and the ball now is out of bounds around about 35 metres from the East Belmont side. Yeah. Okay. Just waiting now. Oh, it's a good thump down, and the ball is out of bounds again for a boundary throw in. Okay, now just waiting on the throw in. There's been an infringement in the ruck against Ricky Larkins and the big fella there in Alan Woodman to take the free kick. Looking at the umpire and Adam Gladke too, suggesting there could have been a 50-metre penalty, as he didn't really appreciate the way the ball was given back. Woodman now goes to the centre of the ground, looking there for Webb. He doesn't let him down and take a fine grab in front of his opponent in Damien Kelly, who's been a little bit undisciplined and put Webby straight to turf, and I think you'll find the first 50-metre penalty has been applied by umpire Darren Ogle, and it's going to put young David Webb, or should I say the veteran of the Bannockburn side, approximately 35 metres from goal, directly in front. And Webby is a pretty good kick of the football on most occasions. The drop punt, it's a nice looking kick, but he's just hooked it slightly, and a minor score. Barry Engelsman, the fullback, promoted from the reserves today, as I said earlier, replacing the regular East Belmont fullback in Reece Cruikshank, is a pretty good footballer. He has got a bit of a disadvantage of being deaf, but still he kicks the ball long. But this allows, coming through strongly there for the Bannockburn side, was their specialist wingman in Gary Taylor, but his kick again is offline, and costly misses for the Bannockburn side earlier in this first quarter, and another minor score. Engelsman now hesitating, decides to go straight down the centre of the ground. The kick wobbles off the side of the boot. Oh, Franey flies high. Could have been shepherding there against Wayne Woodman, but you wouldn't believe it. Wayne Woodman has got the free kick. I can't understand that. Larkins has taken the mark, but needless to say, Wayne Woodman's not complaining because he's got the football about 40 metres from goal, directly in front. The kick, the drop punt's an absolute perler. You wouldn't believe it. He split the centre of the woodwork here at the Western Oval, kicking his first goal for the afternoon. I think you'll find that's Bannockburn's third. They now move on to 3 goals, 3-18. Sorry, correction there, 21 points. And East Belmont have yet to open their account. Larkins back in the centre, wins this tap again, using his strength there against the big fellow in Alan Woodman, or being held without the football was Taylor, but play's allowed to go on. Terry Hart takes the mark, didn't go 10 metres for mine, as you can see Peter Brain tackling Hart. He's been told to let him go because he's been paid what was not a mark for mine. Goes to Woodman, great fist away there by Butcher, comes back to where Matheson comes through strongly, uses his strength. Gary Condon shows a bit of aggression at the football, but Damien Dillon, the centreman for the Bannockburn side, has given a free kick away to the first rover of East Belmont in Rod Doubledon. The captain of the East Belmont side now goes to half forward, and a great lead. A nice mark has been taken by the elusive half forward in Raph Lucas. Lucas up there looking for Edwards. He flies high, but he didn't fly high enough on that occasion, as it's gone straight to the coach of Bannockburn in Alan Woodman. He switches football out there looking for Dylan, goes to the member side of the ground. Doubledon, oh, he fumbles the football again, and we'll see another boundary throw-in take place around about 45 metres from the East Belmont goal. Doing a lot of attacking in this first term, East Belmont, but can't penetrate the big sticks, as we see Larkins win the tap again. Goes down to Posman. The ball comes back to where Woodman taps the ball. Oops-a-daisy. Allen's just suggested to Ricky Larkins there with a little elbow. Larkins has responded with a couple of pats on the back, and I think you'll find that umpire in Darren Ogle is going to book Ricky Larkins, and he just walks away shaking his head. Alan Woodman is there talking to Peter Dole, the runner of the Bannockburn side, suggesting that, Jesus, what did I deserve that for? But really, Alan, all said and done, I think you did start that situation. But anyway, back to the football. It comes back down to see Ronnie Pilgrim breaking clear. Goes to half full with a constructive hand pass to his brother Darryl. Butters up nicely again on the follow through, but his kick is an absolute shocker, and he's off line is Ronnie Pilgrim, who is the Geelong District Football League Division 2 goal kicking winner, and on this occasion is offline. Back to the football now. We see Peter Brain on half back. A long raking hand pass finds the centre half forward in Sneller. He steadies. Goes long to centre half forward, looking there for Ferguson, who used his strength well, jostling McMahon out on that occasion. Plays on, pops the ball onto his right foot, it bounces over the top of Hendrickson, but you wouldn't believe it. It's hit the post. The first score, as we see Darren Eskridge just indicating to Fergie the hand pass would have been handy. The ball brought back into play, a pack of players fly down. Alan Woodman has paid, seems to be the free kick. He's allowed to play on. It comes back to now we see that a big kick by Connors to centre half forward. Ronnie Pilgrim's there, but Franey's copped one a bit high. No free kick to Dave Franey. This allows Ronnie Pilgrim now to step onto his left foot, and you wouldn't believe it. Great goal to Ronnie Pilgrim, about 30 metres from goal, as we see Bannockburn now move on to 4 goals for 28, and East Belmont 1 point. And I might just ask Noel Fanning, could have been a free kick to Dave Franey across half back.
Dave Franey, yes, I think there was a free kick there, sure, Ron.
It's cost East Belmont 6 points, as we see now the ball go back to full forward. Sneller tries to break through the pack. He should have probably fed the ball off a little bit earlier. Heavens above. Hendrickson was pushed in the back. No free kick forthcoming. Dylan drops the football. Peter Brain has tackled him pretty hard. Dave Ferguson's flattened Alan Woodman, but you wouldn't believe it. Adam Gladke, the umpire, as Alan Woodman just congratulates Peter Brain on giving away the free kick, has been penalised for holding the Bannockburn centreman, and Dylan goes to centre half forward. In front there was Darryl Pilgrim. He gets a quick kick, but it doesn't really cover that much distance. Funneled out there by Larkins, goes to Peter Brain. Cleverly over the top to the running Bukta. Chook now goes to the half forward flank, but Mirko Sneller out of position, and a nice mark in front.
That Bukta looks all right, Ron.
Yeah, great footballer, Noel. He's been very unlucky, broke his leg in the practice match this year and has only played a handful of games, but
enough to qualify though, I would suggest.
Correct, and he's a very handy acquisition for the East Belmont side. And here he is again, speak of the devil, Chook Bukta. Feeds a nice looking hand pass out to his coach. He'll be getting a game next week, to Peter Brain. A beautiful long driving drop punt finds his second rover in Ernie Posman. He plays on immediately. Goes straight to great football there by Craig Edwards. Looks there for Ferguson, but he's beaten on that occasion by McMahon. Lucas comes through strongly for the East Belmont side. Also Edwards forces the ball to Posman. We copped one a little bit high, but no free kick as the kick at goal drops short. And you wouldn't believe it, the big arms of Wayne Woodman are there on the last line of defence and takes a timely grabber. A bit of brotherly love coming out there.
He's kicked it out to his brother and coach. He'll get a game next week too.
As I'm sure he will, Noel, as we now wait on Alan Woodman on half back for the East Belmont side, or should I say Bannockburn. And he kicks the ball into the centre of the ground looking for Webb. Over the top again is that man, Noel, that you've just been talking about.
Yeah, he looks good.
In Andrew Bukta, and a fine grab has been taken by this lad at centre half back. Goes short, but the kick is a poor one, looking for Posman. But look at the size of Posman to Alan Woodman.
Yeah, you don't go short.
Anyway, he mustn't have seen Alan Woodman, but that's very surprising from mine, because Alan Woodman's the biggest man on the ground. Anyway, he goes short as well, puts a little bit of pressure under Matty Pilgrim. Peter Brain comes through, upsets Pilgrim. He's also tackled by Matheson, and some great work by Mickey Vagona puts
good body, Ron.
Kevin Connors out of action, and we'll see about his throw-in to take place right on the centre interchange bench member side of the ground. Good tap by Larkins. Posman traps the ball sweetly, feeds out a nice hand pass to Doubledam. Doubledam's put Matheson, the centreman for the East Belmont side, under all sorts of pressure. The whistle has sounded, and fortunately for Gordon Matheson, the tackle was a little bit high from Damien Dillon, and he'll take the free kick on centre wing. Goes to half forward there, looking for Edwards. He traps the ball, can't completely execute the football, but he's got support from Lucas. Lucas to Brain. Brain over the top to Posman. Off hands to Doubledam. Kicks the ball back to where Eskridge is under the football with the teeth of goal. He can't take the ball, but Wayne Woodman can. Some good hand pass. He puts Johnson under a little bit of pressure, but back to Woodman. Back now we see off hands to Johnson, the other back pocket player for the East Bannockburn side in Mark Johnson, but his kick is a poor one, and a nice mark has been taken by Sneller. Sneller now finds Harmon, goes long, and a great mark to Craig Edwards, who is a little bit proppy on that right leg of his, and as you can see...
hamstring, is it, Ron?
Yes, it's actually, no, it's not a hamstring, it's a monkey muscle on the front of the leg.
Right, yeah.
And He strained it again slightly, I believe, on Saturday night after getting through a great week's training down at Barwon Heads during the week. But unfortunately, just got a bit of a twinge Saturday night, but the selectors have seen fit to pick him. Just see if he lets them down.
No, straight through.
Straight through the centre. Craig Edwards' first goal, East Belmont's first goal of the afternoon, as we see now that the Coca-Cola scoreboard shows that East Belmont 117 trail Bannockburn on 4-4-28. We see Tony Harmon, the ruck rover, get a quick kick out of the centre, but a little disappointing on that occasion, Tony, because he didn't find an opponent, and we see now that the ball is out of bounds on the half-forward flank outer side of the ground. A couple of the Newtown spectators there giving a bit of support to the East Belmont boys, I would
Yeah, I'd
suggest.
say they'll be looking at Peter Brain.
Jamie Thompson and Mark Hall, lovely to see them there.
Dean Harris.
Yes, of course.
There's
Yes,
this man Bookter again.
Yes, look, he's had a
Puts
lot
his
of
body in,
positions.
doesn't he?
Yes, he's a very experienced competitor, as I believe he did represent the GDFL combined side last year at centre-half back.
I can understand why.
He kicks the ball long on this occasion. Craig Edwards showing no signs of that bad leg. Breaks through, kicks the ball back onto his left foot. The big fellow there at Keith Hendrickson a little slow on that occasion. This allows Kevin Connors to go short and find his teammate there, and I think you'll find that that's Woodman. Woodman now goes long. Bookter couldn't quite take the football. Could have been given a free kick though for a push in the back. Not forthcoming. The centre half forward there in Barker kicks the ball off the carpet. Finds Webb. Webb now. Good hands and good vision to Darryl Pilgrim. He's under a little bit of pressure there from Peter Braden, the coach. The quick kick to the teeth of goal is great. Nice mark taken by Dave Franey, who appears to be on the ball for the East Belmont side. Franey now goes to the outer side, or should I say members side of the ground. The kick is an absolute shocker and finds Terry Hart, the other wingman for the Bannockburn team. He plays on. Sees Ronnie Pilgrim there on the half-forward flank. He can't trap it, but intelligent football palms the ball back into play to Kevin Connors, and you wouldn't believe it, from 30 metres out from goal, Kevin Connors has kicked his first goal for the afternoon, as Ronnie Pilgrim suggests to Dave Franey, you missed me, son, and better luck next time. Just have a look at the scoreboard as the Bannockburn side now moves on to 5 goals for 34, getting away from the East Belmont boys on 1-1-7. Back to the centre of the ground, and Ogle, a nice bounce, goes straight to Woodman. His kick was well smothered, but he's got good support there from Condon on half-back. His kick, though, is an absolute shocker, and again, Andrew Bookter takes a fine grab. Goes to the members' side of the ground, but again, East Belmont giving the ball up too easy, and a nice mark taken by Condon. Condon, his kick is a poor one as well, but 2 East Belmont players in Kelly and also Harmon fly. This allows Webb to come in. The kick was well smothered, but he's good enough to butter up again.
Whoa.
Oh, Dave Franey comes through a little bit late. No 50 metres though forthcoming. A little bit lucky, Noel, there, I think.
Yes.
But I think it could have been a little late, but a great mark has been taken there by the centre half forward in David Barker for the Bannockburn side, and he's got an opportunity to kick his first goal for, what would you think, from about 40 metres, I would suggest.
Yeah, about 40.
Directly in front. The drop punt makes the distance okay, but accuracy is not quite the order of what he would have liked and is offline.
Oh,
Great leap there by Darren Eskridge, and he's being played on the wing this afternoon, and they need a lot of drive from him as he goes to the outer side of the ground. So members side, I should say. It finds Rod Doubledown, the skipper. He goes short. The kick is an absolute shocker and goes straight to Wayne Woodman. He's got good support there from Dylan. He goes short up the ground, and a nice mark has been taken by David Webb, the veteran of the Bannockburn side, and he's had a few possessions early in this quarter. Noel
yeah,
Fanning.
we'll see if he can last the distance though.
Well, yes, he is getting a bit long on the tooth, but still,
He's fit, he'll go the distance.
he doesn't look too bad on the ground as he comes in now, the drop punt. See if he can make amends for the first shot he missed. Yes, he sure has. Takes a nice goal here this afternoon. Webby's first and Bannockburn's 6th. Quick kick out of the centre of the ground now, out of the centre square, goes to Lucas. He can't take the football. Bannockburn back pocket there in Gagan. He butters up sweetly, but the kick is a poor one. It favours Gordon Matheson. His quick kick is also a poor one. This allows Cable. Oh, good vision. He gives a good hand pass to the running Matty Pilgrim. Goes to centre half forward. Over the top was Bookter. Couldn't take the football. He was over the top of David Barker. The tackle was a little bit high, I think, on that Bannockburn player, as we just wait and see. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Adam Gladkey's paid the free kick down the field, Noel. And I think from mine, the tackle was placed before the free kick was
I couldn't
made.
understand that.
Anyway,
That's a goal to them.
it's a nice goal as well. I'm just trying to pick that player up there, but it's the 7th goal of the Bannockburn, and they're starting to scoot right away from the East Belmont boys
This could
here.
be the telling quarter, Ron.
There is a slight breeze, and when I say slight, it's probably worth 4 to 5 goals, Noel. So, but still, at the moment, Bannockburn are a good 6 odd goal leaders, and East Belmont need to capitalise here as they go forward. But again, Terry Hart, who's played a fair quarter, feeds the ball off with a constructive hand pass to Pilgrim. That's Darrell, goes to full forward. Turley has the ball fisted away from him by Engelsman, but it's picked up sweetly by the Bannockburn half forward.
I
But a
think that was
great
a goal.
Looked pretty close from here, didn't it? But Damien Kelly has been paid the mark for the East Belmont side. Goes to the outer side of the ground, looking for Franey, uncontested, takes an easy overhead mark. Franey on outer half-back flank, decides to go to the outer wing. Oh, Doubleton was pushed in the back. He looks for the free kick, but for some strange reason, Bannockburn got that
Woodman.
one.
Yeah, Woodman's got
I
it.
didn't quite pick that one up either, but I think you'll find that could have been from central umpire Darren Ogle, who's played a couple of funny ones here this morning. And anyway, needless to say no more, because I'm sure that'll be his last final for the final series.
You think so?
There's been another free kick, and you wouldn't believe it, it's umpire Darren Ogle again.
You're not his fan, are you, Ron?
Well, he's been a little bit hard, I think, on East Belmont early, and they've only been very aggressive with the football for mine. But that's a little bit of an experience coming out
From the umpire.
From the umpire.
Yes.
As we see that Darrell Pilgrim has got an opportunity to kick his second goal. He's a pretty good kick for the football, this fella. And he's popped it straight through the centre for the Bannockburn side, kicking their 8th, 8-5-53 Bannockburn. East Belmont a 1-1-7 as we see Peter Brain break clear. Looks up the ground for Double Down. He's having a really dirty first quarter. Drops a soda of a mark. This allows Bannockburn to go forward, and Barker takes a fine grab. He's got away from Bookter on that occasion. Looks up the ground for Turley. Again well fisted away by Engelsman. Turley overruns the football. Great tackle there by Mickey Vagona, the back pocket player for the East Belmont side. And yes, Adam Vadke agrees with me. He's been given the free kick for a great tackle. Goes short, finds Paul Cheetahs on half-back member's side of the ground. Cheetahs now, normally a good kick of the football, or a little bit lackadaisical on the left foot, and yes, has paid the penalty and goes straight to the arms of Matty Pilgrim. Pilgrim now, been in the thick of things too this quarter, Noel, that little rover for the Bannockburn side.
Played well.
Looks for Turley,
Bookter
has
again.
the ball again, fisted away. Bookter, off hands to Posman. Again, East Belmont fumbling the football. Bookter though, backing up, tries to jab that ball, doesn't really find any particular player. It allows Cable to come through now off half back for the Bannockburn side. He switches the play out to the outer side of the ground where Taylor has got support to the running Cable. Cable goes to the outer side wing, but there's nobody home for the Bannockburn side. Posman gives it to his coach in Peter Brain. Kicks the ball beautifully down looking for Ferguson, but McMahon's there as well. Coming through strongly there was Ferguson, but the whistle has sounded. I think you'll find
He's
that
gone
David,
against him, Ron.
David Gagan has got a free kick there, Noel. I'm not sure what for.
Ferguson was just putting his body in. I can't see where there was a free kick there, can you?
No, not for mine, Noel, but anyway.
That Ogle again?
Yes, it was. Anyway, the ball brought back to the members' outer side wing, looking for Alan Woodman, but on that occasion was fisted away there by the big fella Enrique Larkins, who's done a great job this first term. He's in front of the pack again from that bounded throw in. He gets it down to Double Down. His quick kick goes straight up in the air. He's good enough to punch the ball forward. Tries to put a tackle on Cable, the half-back, who's been in the thick of things also this quarter, but is good enough to get it across to the running Matty Pilgrim. He gives it to the running teammate there in Terry Hart, who turns back into trouble, but is good enough to get his kick. Looking out there for Darrell Pilgrim, who looks a little bit lethargic. This allows Paul Cheetahs in. Cheetahs now goes to the centre of the ground, but unfortunately it goes over the head of Peter Brain, and a nice mark has been taken by his opponent in Damien Dillon. Dillon now goes there looking for the big fella Turley, but again Barry Engelsman doing a great job in defence for the East Belmont side. Fists the ball away, but East Belmont little men around the bottom of the packs are getting badly beaten as we see Taylor lose possession. A quick kick off the boot there on the left foot by Terry, should I say Tony Harmon, the ruck rover for East Belmont, is an absolute shocker, and the penalty free kick is to be taken by the Bannockburn wingman in Gary Taylor. Taylor on the left foot looks up the ground and a nice pass finds the ever elusive and dashing wingman for the Bannockburn side in Terry Hart. Terry Hart, now the siren has sounded to terminate this first quarter here at the Western Oval, and Terry Hart's backing himself. Pretty good kick of the football normally, Noel.
Yeah, I think he might dob this. I'll back him.
He's going to be kicking from about 52 metres.
What are you saying? Do you think he'll get it?
Well, knowing Terry Hart, anything's possible.
I bet he gets it.
Okay, let's wait and see. The drop punt now. It looks pretty good off the boot. Oh, Helen Woodman's absolutely ecstatic. Oh, he's over the moon about that because it's gone straight through the centre. He's kicked his second goal and Bannockburn's ninth. What a great first quarter for the Bannockburn Tigers.